Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 news stories that are going to impact your trading moving into tomorrow's market open. So with that, let's begin. All right off the top, we're talking Tesla news today. Elon Musk was on site in Shanghai, China, where they released their first Model 3 sedans to the public. This is huge because this was a program they launched only 1 year ago and it's happening now. In addition, Elon Musk announced the Model Y program in China, and he feels the Model Y is going to outperform all other models that Tesla makes combined in China. And finally, wrapping up this news story, Elon Musk also announced that they're going to open an engineering center in China, and they plan to produce a future model for Tesla at this site for a global market. So with that news, let's jump into the charts and let's see how that's going to affect your trades moving into tomorrow.
All right, I have Tesla up here on the daily chart, and oh my goodness. So breaking in and looking at this chart, my first reaction is it has skyrocketed. It is extremely overbought. Would I buy this? Absolutely not. So being that I could just move on to the next stock and everybody could say, but why did you bring up Tesla if you're not going to talk about possible entry opportunities? So I'm going to dive back in. We're going to dissect a little bit more so we can get a little more value from this. What I do want to present is these lines. I'm going to just draw some sort of support lines based off not so random points. We got this point, this point, this point here. And then I extended that across. And you can see that there's been a touch here as well. So I'm actually going to kind of draw a range. So between these two lines is a support point, possible support point. Another area I want to focus on is this pullback, and I'm going to zoom in a little. This red candle here and this pullback. So I'm just going to put a line there. So right now, looking at Tesla, me personally, if I wanted to buy Tesla, I would not be buying it unless I see a bounce or a dip. And there's another line there. So if Tesla were to pull back here to the 435 area, that could be the first area of interest for me, but it's just a tiny pullback. That's not very big. Now again, this is technical trading. This is using technical lines. Some people might be jumping into Tesla right now because they think it's going to go to 1,000, and that might happen. But for technical traders like us who don't like to buy high, who look for good deals, the first pullback point would be here, this support point at 435. Not saying to buy there, just saying it's a support point. The next one would be right in here around the 405 area. So we pointed out the 435, the 405, and then we've got this range down here, which would be our third tertiary point. It's a kind of a big word, huh? Between 372 and 360. There's about a $12 sort of supply zone in here. And remember, that zone is based off of some historical points going way back here. And let's look and see. Going back as far as June 12th of 2018, then another one around August of 2018, and then in December, early December before we sold off. There were 3 touches up in this area, and then there were some mini touches, another one here, another one there. So you could technically say about 5 significant touches in that level, and then it broke above. Then you got a 6th touch here, a 7th touch here, and then a break. So this seems to be like the strongest level moving forward as far as support goes, anywhere between that 365, 370, and right around 360. So from there though, as we move forward, we got a touch, a bounce, and a go. So we've got another sort of semi-support level here and then one here. So right now, I'm not buying Tesla. I'm gonna wait. If I wanted to sell a naked put or a put spread or buy Tesla stock, I would either do it at the 435 area, at the 405 area, or at this range between 370-ish and 360-ish, that zone there. So that is your breakdown for Tesla going into tomorrow.
All right, now we're moving on to Google. Sonos, who provides home wireless audio, is suing Google in a Los Angeles federal court today, claiming patent infringement for allegedly violating 5 different patents based on their multi-room home audio. They're claiming that Google misused these patents in more than a dozen home products, including Google Home, Google Home Max, and their Pixel line. This suit was filed on December 7th and it's seeking damages, injunctive relief, and attorney's fees. So with that information, let's look at Google and let's see how it's going to affect your trading tomorrow.
All right, we got another one that is skyrocketing. Ticker GOOGL. We're looking at Google. You can see it's at 14.03 and 50 cents, absolutely skyrocketing. If I zoom out on our daily chart, you can see it broke above the 200-day simple moving average back in July, and it's just kind of been on a crazy uptrend ever since, and it's just been accelerating really quickly to the upside. Now, similar to the last stock we talked about, Tesla, I do want to draw a couple lines because when I look at this daily chart, a couple things stand out to me, and I want to show you how I do this. See this peak here? And do you see this peak here? Those just grab the eyes right away. So what I'll do is I'll immediately draw a line there. So that will correspond with this touch and this touch. But then if you come forward over here, you can see it touched here and pulled back as well. These aren't coincidences. People trade these technical levels. Not everyone is a technical trader, but enough are that it makes a difference. And you can see a bounce here, a break here, another bounce there, a bounce here, a bounce there. So it's respecting that line. So that seems like a significant support or resistance area. So I'm going to mark that. And then what I see here is this top pullback and then back to it with another break and a pullback. So I'm going to just draw another line here and you'll see kind of a coincidence, right? Like here, here, and then another bounce here. So it's a little simpler with Google, just looking at technical levels. Obviously, you want to look at your fundamentals and understand, what is their cash to debt? Are they making money? Are they innovating? You have to have your own bias. But as far as technical levels go, I kind of like this 1287 or 1333. Those are two significant levels in my mind. So I'm not going to be buying or selling any puts on Google right now until I get a pullback in this range near this line at the 1333. Or if we get a pullback back into this range around the 1287. Now remember, these are just recommendations on where the technicals levels are, not to tell you to buy or sell anything. So this is your report for your trading tomorrow on Google.
And for our odd man out, we're going to focus on Beyond Meat to bring up our final story today. So Beyond Meat is rallying today after Impossible Foods highlighted their innovation. So Impossible Foods is saying that their speed to market with their Beyond Meat products is rapidly improving. They think this is mostly due to the doubling of their research and development team. CEO Pat Brown says that they're currently working on additional sources of alternative meats for their terrestrial animals, shrimp, and fish. And just to get people fired up even more, yesterday they tipped off that they will soon have imitation ground pork as well as sausage coming within the next month. And this is likely what's driving the 7.5% pop in stock price today. So with that, let's jump into the chart.
All right, we have BYND up on the daily chart. Now you can see this is a very different chart than Google or Tesla. You can see right here, we've been sort of trickling, doing nothing. Big crash from the highs of 239. This was the wild time last summer. This was Wild West fake meat classic going on right here. Then big sell-off all the way down, and then nothing forever. Nothing's been happening. Not attractive, nothing's going on, no volatility, and then boom, today, pork sausage, big spike. Who'd have thunk it? So this is what we're looking at. So reading this chart as far as technical levels, really the only thing we have to go on right here, if I draw a level, is really kind of this spot on the bottom at about $73. So really right now, if volatility were higher than it is, it would be a good put selling opportunity or put spread opportunity. But right now, it might just be a long stock opportunity if you think that BYND is the fake meat provider of the future, and if you think fake meat is going to hang around. So this isn't an indication to buy Beyond Meat. It's just saying if you were going to, this would probably be the level to do it, just because we've been down here for so long, and now they're having some good news come out, and this could push the stock up higher. Is it a long-term hold? I'm not really sure. I need to go through and do my due diligence as far as what their balance sheet currently looks like, if they're profitable right now. A lot of different things come into play where you'll have to go from the chart, looking at the technical levels, into the balance sheet, and into more of the fundamentals and the values of the company to see if you think it is a good long play. And with that, that is your BYND Beyond Meat report.
Hope the news was helpful today. Hope the chart breakdowns help inform your trades moving into tomorrow. If you're interested in following us on Facebook, hit our logo on the YouTube banner. If you have questions, drop them below. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up for more videos, and we'll see you next time.